Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Ina here. I am back. Today's video I'll be showing you guys how I installed this gorgeous wig from LUV ME Hair. It is the undetectable invisible lace glueless. It's a 13x4 lace frontal wig and I believe it is in the length 14 inches. Now what I loved about this wig is that it is completely wearable right out the packaging. You do not need to bleach the knots and you do not need to pluck the frontal. You can definitely do some plucking, but it is definitely wearable. So I'm showing you guys what's in the box. It comes with the standard wig cap. It came with the instructions on how to take care of the wig. Of course, it comes with the wig, and it also came with a little pouch that had some goodies inside of it. I'll show you guys shortly. Here it is. It's a white satin pouch. It includes the satin scarf, the LUV ME Hair satin scarf. It comes with the baby hair brush and comb, and then lastly, it's a this little gold rectangle came, and it was actually a mirror, which is really cute. I'm gonna definitely pop that in my bag so I can have that handy when I am going out. So here is me opening the wig, taking out the lace, the satin bag that they normally give you, and then it is wrapped in that net. And look at the hair, it is already curled. It has the elastic band in the back. It has a comb there at the back, and then 3 combs on the sides and 1 in the middle. The lace is it's an undetectable invisible lace, so you do not need to do anything as far as bleaching the knots. The knots were very fine, but if you are a perfectionist and don't want to see any of the black dots, then you might want to bleach it. I did not do it for the sake of wearing this wig right out the packaging. So as you guys can see, I'm just putting it on my mannequin head so you guys can get a better look at the lace. I did not pluck anything in the front. It did come pre-plucked, but again, if you want it to be plucked a little bit more, you can definitely do so. I tend to leave my wigs pre-plucked like that just so that it lasts a little longer. I don't like plucking too much because then I end up losing a lot of hair in the wig, and I want it to last. But the hair is extremely soft. It was extremely, like, there was no shedding, no tangles, no nothing, and it was already curled. So if you don't know how to curl, there's already curls in there, girl, so you don't need to do anything else. So let's get on to installing it. I did the ball cap method off camera. I actually like the ball cap method now. In the past I've never done it, but I do like doing it now. So I use the foundation that is close to my complexion, and I just fill that in on that cap because the cap was obviously very pale. And then I also use the foundation on the lace. Now this is a good way if you don't want to bleach the knots, for you to hide those black knots. You can definitely add the foundation. It will definitely camouflage it. So I did that off camera, and as you guys can see, I am positioning the wig to make sure that it is positioned correctly. Now you want to make sure that it's ear to ear and that it's even on both sides. And then you want to make sure that if you need to tie in the straps in the back, you want to do that as well, just so that you can get the right fit. So I am now cutting the ear tabs. You definitely need to do this. It may be a little bit tricky, but I actually mastered this by just feeling for where the top of my ear starts, and then I just literally part with my nails and that scissor, and then I just cut right straight through. Once I cut right through, I just basically lift it to just cut the remaining piece, and making sure that that flap is like right above my ear, if that makes any sense. It's easily said than actually easily done than said, because it's actually visually you can definitely see what I'm doing. It's kind of hard to explain, but in a nutshell, that is what I did. And then I'm just measuring it to make sure that it is in the proper position, and then I'm going to make sure that you're positioning the wig again, and then you are taking either a rat tail comb, or at that time I only had my scissors, so I parted with my scissor. Right, so there you have it. So now I am just positioning the wig to make sure that it is in the position that I want it to be. You want to make sure that it is even on both sides before you apply your wig. So I am going to be using the Even Wonder Lace Blonde Adhesive Spray. This has been the best product thus far as applying my wigs. It's very fast. If you don't feel comfortable using lace glue or lace tape, then just definitely pick you up a bottle of this spray, because it actually lasts for about a week for me. I didn't work out in it at all, but I did wear it for a week, and my wig was just there. It wasn't going anywhere. So I really like this product a lot. So yeah. I'm also going to be using 3 layers of the spray, so I'm going to use that all through the frontal. Basically, you're spraying it onto your forehead, and then you're blow drying it on cool air until it gets tacky. And I failed to mention this, but I did do it off camera. Before doing this, make sure that you use some form of alcohol to clean your forehead before applying your wig, because you want to remove any type of dirt and oil before applying your wig so that your wig can last longer. Or you can use any type of protectant, skin protectant as well. So alcohol first to clean the area, and then any type of lace glue protectant or forehead protectant. I forget what it's called, but you guys know what I'm talking about. Alright, so now that the wig glue, not the wig glue, the spray has turned tacky, you want to apply the lace onto your forehead, and make sure you take like a rat tail comb to press it in. You want to press in the lace into your forehead as best as you can, just so that it won't go anywhere. So I like to apply my wig, as far as the spray is concerned, I like to apply it in sections, just so that I can make sure that the wig is going to be sticking onto my forehead. You can definitely do it all in one shot. If you could do that, yeah, but I feel like it's actually better for me when I do it in sections, just so that everything is stuck and not going anywhere. Alright, y'all, so next up I am taking my elastic band and I'm going to tie it around my forehead, and you're applying it onto where you glued the lace, just to make sure that you're getting that melt and that flawless install. So I'm going to leave that elastic band on for like 10 to 15 minutes. You want to definitely tie it extra tight so that you make sure that that it is, it is flat and it's melting into your skin. Around the time that you feel like, your head is like hurting you, then that's when for you to take it off. But I don't tie it too tight, but you want to make sure that it's tight enough so that you can get that nice melt. So now what I'm going to be doing is just I'm going to flatten the lace area, especially where the part is. So I'm going to be taking my hot comb and I'm going to be using LUV ME Hair slick stick. I was running out of it, so you want to use any type of slick stick that you have and just part through the hair, slick it down just so that it could be a little bit flatter and natural. But if you do like the volume on the top, you can definitely skip this step. But me, I like my installs to be flat around the area, especially where the part is. I don't like too much volume on the top. Alright, y'all, so the next step you want to do is, of course, you're going to remove the elastic band, and then I am showing you guys how I cut the lace. Now, I just do this in sections just so that I don't make a mistake in cutting what I'm not supposed to cut. But I'm using a razor just so that I can cut the lace in a jagged manner, as opposed to cutting it straight and then it leaves like a blunt lace. So as you guys can see, doing that just makes it a lot more natural. So I'm going to continue and do the other side. Just be very careful when you are cutting the lace, to make sure that you're cutting what needs to be cut and not too much of the lace. I kind of did that on this side, but it turned out really good anyway, so yeah. So as you guys can see here, I did have some lace that did not stick when applying the lace in the beginning. So I'm taking that spray, I sprayed it onto the metal part of this rat tail comb, and then I'm just applying the the spray onto my skin. Once it gets tacky, I'm just gonna lay it down. I had some areas here that also needed to be glued down, so I did the same thing. I sprayed it onto the metal part of the rat tail comb, and then once it turned tacky, I just laid it down. So this is how it looks once everything is glued down all the way. So the next step is to basically work on your baby hairs. So you can definitely stop at this point if you don't want any baby hairs, but I kind of like baby hairs just to frame my face a little bit. This is just like the most annoying part for me, is trying to find out where I want to do the baby hairs, because I wanted to do more of a natural baby hair look as opposed to having a whole bunch of baby hairs in the front. So I'm just pulling out some hair in the front, and then I'm gonna pull out some sideburns, and then after that I'm gonna be using my Got to Be Glue free spray to spray the hairline. You want to do this just so that you can have some extra security. I also like to do this just to train the baby hairs to come to the front. And then I'm going to be using the same elastic band to set that in place, and I'll be leaving it on for like 10 to 15 minutes. And then after that, I'm going to proceed to slicking down my baby hairs. Alright y'all, so the next thing that I am going to be doing is I'm going to be using my tweezers just to pluck some of the hairs. The hairs were a little bit on the thick side, and I do not like thick baby hairs. I don't like thick sideburns. I try to eliminate some hair just so it looks a little bit more natural. So that is actually the trick to getting more natural baby hairs, is to pluck some of the hair. And then I'm going to be using the tweezers to cut the baby hairs shorter. And then I'm going to be also using, I just started using this trick, and it's actually really effective, and it allows the baby hairs to slick a lot more naturally. I'm going to be using my flat iron, my mini flat iron, as you guys can see here. I'm going to curl it forward, and then I'm going to be making roots to slick my baby hairs down. Alright y'all, so once I am through with that, I'm going to be setting the baby hairs with the Satin Love Me Hair scarf. And then I'm going to proceed to styling the hair. The hair, again, like I said, is already curled, pre-curled, but I did go in with my curling iron just to refresh the curls. I left the part as it was. As you guys can see, I didn't play with the part that they gave. So that just goes to show you guys that this is a wearable wig. As long as you know how to slay your wigs and lay it, you can definitely use this wig. You don't have to customize it. It's already customized. All you have to do is just use some makeup just so that to make it a little bit more natural, and then after that everything else is just basically self-explanatory. But thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate it. I know I have been out, but I am back, and I hope you guys enjoy this video. I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye guys.